This video is for especially those of us today who had our electricity and our internet out. What we did today in class was, as you can see from the Canvas, we did some notes on area models. I have the notes here. I'll go through those. This was what we started the other day. These were the algebra tile ones, that the worksheet, and I said we were going to finish doing it today. So this is what we're going to be looking at right now. So we finished working on this, and then we were working on this classwork. This homework that you see here on the video, that's actually not posted for you guys. It's unpublished. Okay, so that's not something we're doing today. So the two things are the classwork, algebra tiles and area models, and the classwork unit 3, classwork 9, 3-96 to 3-98. Okay, so I'm going to be starting with these algebra tiles and area models. And I had the answers for 1 through 5 up here on this. I'm going to be posting the answers to this right here once I'm done with this video. Okay, so let me share my screen. And we're going to be looking at these problems, okay, that we were doing the other day. So we had gone through these, and again, I have all of these up, had them up yesterday. I'm going to repost it with the whole worksheet done for you guys. And what I had asked you guys to kind of think about was to kind of look at these two and kind of see if there was any relationship between these. And what you'll notice is, and I kind of drew this in with the class today, is that here I have grouped my 8x, I have all my x squareds, and there were 8 of them, okay? And then here I had x's, I had 10 of them, 10x, and I had more x's here, I had 12x. So I'm kind of grouping, these are my x squareds, here are x's, here are x's, and then this was my 15 ones. Now, again, we made this with algebra tiles, but instead of having to pull out all of these algebra tiles, 22 of these, which you guys didn't have to pull out because I had them set up for you guys, but you still had to manipulate them. Is there an easier way to go through doing problems like this, okay? And so we're trying to see the relationship between this with algebra tiles and this over here, which is called an area model, okay? Now you'll notice that this is 2x plus 3, this is 2x plus 3. This is 4x plus 5, this is 4x plus 5. You'll also notice, if I grab an orange here, that this, let me get a little thicker, that this right here is 8x squared, like this is 8x squared, okay? And how we got that here was we found the area of this rectangle I just drew in orange. This side is 2x, this side is 4x. So to find the area, you take 2x times 4x and you get 8x squared. Then I have these x's. So here I have 12x, okay? It was 3 times the 4x gave us 12x. And here, which again, I have 12x right here. And then over here, I have 5 times 2x, which gave me 10x. And again, I have 10x right here. We just have flip-flopped them in a different order, but it's the same thing. 8x squared, 10x, 10x, 12x, 12x. And then my ones right here, this was 3 times 5, which gave me 15, and I had 15 here. So these are exact same pictures. This is it where I have all my separate algebra tiles. This is where I'm kind of saying, hey, I had 8x squareds here. Hey, I had 12x's here. Instead of drawing them all out, I had 10x's here and 15 ones. Now this method is maybe a little better for us right now when I'm starting in this form and I need to find the outside, where this form is going to be nicer when I'm starting with the outside like this, and I need to find the inside, which would be these. Okay, so that's kind of where the area models come from. So let me just write the answer for this one here, which is going to be the same answer as what I just had on number 4. So area as a product is the outside, so this is 2x plus 3 and 4x plus 5. So I'm going to write 2. Let me get a little thinner now that I'm writing. Okay, so this is going to be 2x plus 3 and 4x plus 5. Again, same thing I had on this problem over here. And then I'm going to combine all of these separate areas. So I'm going to sum up these areas. And I have an 8x squared plus a 10x and 12x give me 22x. And then my 15. Okay. So then what we did in class was then we took some notes. So I'm going to move over to the notes, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to complete this worksheet. Okay. So if you want to go grab your composition book, I'm going to be going over the notes. So the title of this is going to be area models. Okay. Yeah. Move it so you can see it. Okay. Is area models. And so you want to add that onto your table of contents. The last set of notes we did was algebra tiles. Okay, this one's going to be area models. And the one thing I want us to understand is we are going to be asked to constantly do the following. Give area as a product equal area as a sum. Okay, so we're going to be asked to do that all the time. And just to make sure that we all understand what's what. The area as a product is my outside. Okay, it's where I'm taking my one side times my other side. Okay, so I'm basically going to take my length times my width. Okay, but again, these are going to be the ones that are in parentheses. Let me zoom in a little bit more. And focus. Equal, and this side is going to be your inside. Okay, and this is where you're going to be combining like terms where we are adding the area of each piece. Okay. Now, let's go through 3 examples. Okay. So what they're going to be giving us is they're going to be giving us problems where they are giving us the outside, and they're going to say, okay, 6x minus 11, parenthesis 2x plus 5. They're giving us the area as a product, and they want us to find the area as a sum. Down the road, eventually the directions are going to be multiply. Okay, but right now they're going to say, hey, make a rectangle, an area model, and find the area as a sum. So we need to figure out how to draw this rectangle. So in this first parenthesis, I have 2 terms. Terms are things that are separated by pluses or minuses. Here's a minus. I have 2 things, my 6x and my 11, separated. So that's 2 terms. That's a binomial. Here is another binomial. So I have 2 terms and 2 terms. So when I draw my area model, I'm going to draw a 2 by 2 area model. Okay. And each box is going to have one of these terms on top or on the outside of it. So let's say I write 6x and my negative 11 up here. So here's 6x, and don't write your minus here in the middle where you're going to lose it. Write it right in front of that 11. So it's a 6x and a negative 11. I could have done it here instead. I'm going to put my 2x and my plus 5 here. So 2x plus 5. And then what I'm doing is I'm going to multiply each of these little areas. Okay, so I'm going to multiply this to get the area of this. 2x times a negative 11 is going to give me this area. 5 times 6x is going to give me this. And 5 times negative 11 is going to give me this. So basically my 2x is going to multiply with both of these. So 2x times 6x is 12x squared. 2x times a negative 11 is a negative 22x. Now I'm going to multiply by 5. 5 times 6x is 30x. 5 times a negative 11 is a negative 55. And then this is not your answer. You don't leave it like this. You need to give me the cleaned up sum of this. You're going to combine all of these. Okay, now they're going to ask us again to do area as a product equal area as a sum. So I'm just going to write that here. So area as a product equal area as a sum. So my area as a product, remember, is my outside. So I'm going to take 2x plus 5, and write it with the x first, not the number. Don't give me 5 plus 2x. Write 2x plus 5. It's going to be nicer down the road. 2x plus 5 times 6x minus 11. Now, if you chose to write the 6x minus 11 and then the 2x plus 5, that's okay. This order doesn't matter. Equals. And then I'm going to combine like terms here. So I have a 12x squared, no other x squareds. I have a 30x and a negative 22x, which are like terms. So I'm going to combine those and I get an 8x minus 55. Now, I'm just going to box this answer. This would really be the answer if they said, hey, multiply these two together. This is your answer. Okay, they're going to have us practice writing area as a product equal area as a sum because they want us to see this relationship. In integrated 1, we're mainly going to be having a start with this and try to get this. Once you get to integrated 2, and that would be multiplying these out, and this would be your answer. In integrated 2, they're going to start with this, kind of like we did with the algebra tiles the other day, and we're going to go backwards and find what we call factors. Okay, so they want us to see that these things are equal, and they want us to see the relationship. So they will ask us constantly to do area as a product equal area as a sum. Okay, next example. Let's say I have a 2x minus 3 times a 4x squared plus 2x minus 5. So in this situation, I have 2 terms and I have 1, 2, 3. 2 terms, 3 terms. So I'm going to draw a 2 by 3. Okay, or you can draw a 3 by 2. I usually just try to make my longer one going across this direction. Okay. So now that I have this, I am going to have my 2x and my minus 3. Notice again, I'm putting the negative right here. Sometimes people will stick it right here and it gets lost, especially if someone is sloppy with this line, or you just look at the number and you aren't looking at what's above it. So put it in front of it. And then 4x squared plus 2x, again, notice I put the plus right there, minus 5. Okay, and I'm going to multiply. And when I take a 2x times a 4x squared, we get an 8x cubed. You have to know your laws of exponents, okay? When we multiply bases that are the same, we add their exponents. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times negative 5 is negative 10x. So again, this row, 2x was multiplying with each of these. This row, negative 3 is going to multiply with each of those. So I get a negative 12x squared. I get a negative 6x when I multiply, and a negative 3 and a negative 5, I get a positive 15. So again, I'm going to write area as a product equals area as a sum. So area as a product equals area as a sum. So area as a product is my outside. So I'm going to take 2x minus 3 times 4x squared plus 2x minus 5. Okay. So I'm taking this times this. Now my area as a product is my inside. So this is where I'm going to be combining like terms. So let's see. Here, these are both x squareds. And let me just see what color I can use. And this and this are both x's. So those are going to combine. So I am going to have, and I probably should have given myself more space, 8x cubed. And here a negative 12x squared and a 4x is going to be a negative 8x squared. A negative 6x and a negative 10x is a negative 16x, and plus 15. I'll squeeze my 15 down there. Okay. Now again, this would really be the answer to this question, but they're going to have us do areas of product equal areas of sum. Okay. And last example. This one's going to have some x's and y's in it. So let's say for this example, we have, let me get it up here, negative 2x squared times 15x squared minus 3y. So in this case, I have a monomial, single term, times a binomial. So I'm going to have a 1 by 2. And I am going to have a negative 2x squared here, a 15x squared, and a minus 3y. Multiply. Negative 2x squared times 15x squared is a negative 30x to the fourth. A negative 2x squared times a negative 3y is a 6x squared y. And then let's write out our areas of product. Equal area as a sum. Now you don't have to write out area as a product equal area as a sum on your assignments. You just need to give me this and this. Okay, so what I'm going to write after I'm done writing area as a sum, okay, this is what you're going to need to write. Okay, so here I'll write it in a different color. This would be like what you need to write. You need to give me negative 2x squared times 15x squared minus 3y equal. And then I'm going to combine like terms. There are no like terms, so I'm going to get a negative 30x to the fourth plus 6x squared y. And this would be my area as a product equals area as a sum. But again, if I asked you to multiply, this is what you would get right here. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the worksheet and finish looking at the worksheet. So this is the worksheet that I was talking about at the beginning of class, the one that we were doing where we made all these algebra tile models, okay? So we're going to be looking at the next page. And so these are area models. The first set of ones, they actually draw them out for you, and then you're going to give your area as a product equal areas of sum. So I wrote it here, areas product equal areas of sum for us already. And I have the rectangles here drawn for us. So we're going to multiply x times both of these. So x times 2x is 2x squared. X times 3 is 3x, positive 3x. 5 times 2x is 10x. 5 times 3 is 15. And so my area as a product is going to be x plus 5 times 2x plus 3 equal, or you could write 2x plus 3 first and then the x plus 5. 2x, hold on a sec. Okay, 2x squared. I've got 13x plus 15. Now on B, very similar problem. All of these are, but some of these are different dimensions, where here I have a 1 by 2 situation, but we do it the same way. 3 times y is 3y. 3 times 5 is 15. Now, the class today, a lot of people ask me about this problem just because it's set up a little differently. So the areas of product is going to be 3 times this. So 3 times y plus 5. I don't need to put the 3 in parentheses. I do need the y plus 5 because it's more than one term. Equal, and then when I multiply this out and I get 3y plus 15, that's my answer. There's nothing I can combine. Now, the next one, my -7 is going to be multiplying with these 3, and then my 4y. So when I do this, and let me get this so you can see that, okay. -7 times 6y is a -42y. A -7 times x is a -7x. -7 times 1 is a -7. 4y times 6y is a 24y squared. 4y times x is a 4yx, or I usually write it alphabetical, so 4xy. That's how you say it a lot of times in math. 4y times 1 is a 4y. And then my area as a product is going to be, and instead of writing 7y plus 4y, write 4y minus 7. 4y minus 7 times, and then this, 6y plus x plus 1 equal. And now I'm going to combine like terms, and I don't have too many like terms. I think the only like terms I really have, this and this, okay? Everything else is not the same. So I'm going to have a 24y squared. And the order that I'm writing these doesn't matter. Let's see, let me just combine those. I get a -38y minus 7x plus 4xy plus 4, not plus 4y, sorry, I already used my 4y. Okay. On D, this is a 1 by 1, okay? And so I'm going to take x times 2x, and x times 2x is 2x squared. And so I'm going to take x times 2x, and again, that equals 2x squared. So these ones, the sides were labeled for you, the rectangle was drawn. The next section, I drew the rectangles for you. I didn't fill in the sides for you. You're going to label the sides, and then you're going to give me areas of product equals areas of sum. Okay. So on this one, again, I can decide if I want to put the x plus 1 here, or maybe I want to put it here. A lot of times your book puts it here. I like to either put it at the top and the side, myself personally. So it doesn't matter which one. Let's say I put my x here and then my plus 1. Then I'm going to put my x and my plus 2. And then I'm going to multiply. And I get x squared. X times x is x squared. X times 1 is x. 2 times x is 2x. And 2 times 1 is 2. So I'm going to have x plus 1 times x plus 2 equals, and I'm going to combine like terms, and I get an x squared plus a 3x plus 2, and that's my answer. Now, again, you want to start paying attention to this was a 2 by 2. That's why I drew a 2 by 2. 2 terms, 2 terms. The next one, we have a 3 times 2x plus 5. So it is a 1 by 2. So 3 and a 2x plus 5. And so when I multiply, I get a 6x. 3 times 5 is a 15. My areas of product is going to be 3 times 2x plus 5 equal. My areas of sum is 6x plus 15. So on C, let's say I put my 2x and my minus 3 here, and then I'll have my x and my plus 2 here, and then I multiply. So 2x is going to multiply with these, so I get a 2x squared and a 4x. Now my negative 3 is going to multiply with both of these. So I get a negative 3x and a negative 6. Areas of product is my outside, and that is a 2x minus 3 times an x plus 2 equal, and I'm going to combine like terms inside, so I get a 2x squared. My 4x and my negative 3x is an x minus 6. Now the next one is another 2 by 2. Okay, we've got 2 letters here. So let's say I do x and minus 1, and then I do y and minus 1. So x times y is xy. X times negative 1 is negative x. Negative 1 times y is negative y. Negative times negative is a positive, so I get a positive 1. So then my area as a product, let me get this so I can see it, is x minus 1 times y minus 1 equal, and my area as a sum is the inside. And all these are not like terms. So I get an xy minus x minus y plus 1. Okay. Next one. Okay, so again, 1 by 2. So this is going to be a negative 2y, y, and then a plus 3. And when I multiply it, negative 2y times y is a negative 2y squared. Negative 2y times 3 is a negative 6y. So now areas of product is going to be negative 2y times y plus 3 equal, and area as a sum is my inside, negative 2y squared minus 6y. Now on this one, we have 2 by 3. So we have 2 terms and we have 3 terms, okay? So I'm going to have my negative x and my plus 1. I have a 3x, a plus y, and a minus 4. And now the top, everything here is going to be multiplied by negative x to start with. So I'm going to have a negative 3x squared, a negative xy, and a positive 4x. 1 is going to multiply with each of these. So I'm going to have a 3x, a y, and a negative 4. And then my areas of product is going to be, usually I do my 2 and then my 3, but it again, does not matter. Whoops. It does matter that I put a negative here because it's supposed to be a negative x plus 1 times 3x plus y minus 4. And the other side, I'm going to combine like terms. So I have a negative 3x squared. 3x and 4x is a 7x minus xy plus y minus 4. Let me get that minus 4 in the picture. I'm just living on the edge. Let me try to get it in better. Drawing on here. Okay. So minus 4. Okay. Okay, so again, I have a negative x plus 1 times 3x plus y minus 4 equal, and here a negative 3x squared plus a 7x minus xy plus y, and that's a minus 4. Okay. So the next one, oh, no, that is it. We are done. So just so you guys understand this bottom part is actually not for something for you guys to do, it's just notes. So, or like a reference, I guess, maybe more so. Okay, it's actually our math notes from our book. Okay, so here's just saying using area models to multiply polynomials. They're showing here an algebra tile, and with algebra tiles, x plus 2, x plus 4, and we got x squared, 6 x's, 8 ones. Okay, so you can kind of see how everything is sectioned off. Okay, here is our x and our x. This is a plus 4. This is a plus 2. So you can see that x times x gave me x squared. X times 2 gave me 2x. 4 times x gave me 4x's. And 4 times 2 gave me 8 ones. Okay, so this is it as in algebra tiles, but you can see how it does correspond with these area models. And so down here, they're giving us an example of an area model where we're trying to work out 2x plus 5 and x plus 3. So 2x plus 5, x plus 3. And here they worked it all out. And then they're giving us the area as a product equal area as a sum. So the area as a product would be 2x plus 5 and x plus 3 equal. And the area as a sum is your outside. So again, here they're showing product. The sum is the inside. So 2x squared plus 11x plus 15. So then for your homework, you're going to do the classwork that says, I want to say classwork 9, okay? And it's just practice with more area models. Okay, and I'll see you guys in class tomorrow.